And welcome back to another pre-market stream. I hope you guys are ready for today. We have a lot to go over this morning. This is a very key and pivotal day. We have a lot of data coming out. We have a couple of stocks I shared with you guys in Master that are, I shared one of them, that are at very, very key levels and ranges that I'm going to be watching over the next few weeks here. The market, I'm going to show you guys some things that I'm looking for to happen with the SPY and the overall market today. A couple of different scenarios that I see very likely to play out throughout the entirety of today. We coming off of the Fed meeting yesterday. And I mean, essentially what happened with Powell yesterday, guys, and you guys all heard it, was they were asking the questions of, well, are we at sufficient, like Powell's like, well, we're going to be moving rates to a level at which we think is sufficiently restrictive. And then Powell goes, or the audience is like, well, what is sufficiently restrictive? And it's like, well, we're pretty restrictive right now. I wouldn't say sufficiently restrictive, but we're getting close. We're going to be very data dependent. And then he's like, well, what is the data? The people are like, what does the data say? Well, the data says that we need to be data dependent and hold rates for longer. Jerome, higher for longer. Powell, like he's saying the same things over and over again. And really what it comes down to, and what I was saying in the live chats with you guys yesterday that all of you guys saw, was uncertainty. He doesn't know. He has no idea what's happening. And then we talked a little bit yesterday about those Fed fund futures pricing in rate cuts a little bit later next September, and how that may not be what you really want for the current administration going into the next election cycle here. So a lot of interesting things starting to happen here. TLT, no real crazy movement. I was watching it. I don't think. Actually, let me look again. Hold on. Where's TLT? We had VIX up yesterday for a little bit. What's TLT doing in the pre-market? Yeah, I mean, it's at 91. I mean, if this thing falls below 90, I mean, I'll take another look again. I mean, that key psychological level being at 100, very, very important. But team, make sure that you guys are slapping the shit out of the like button on the way in. Helps out a whole lot getting some more people in here. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Just got back last night from vacation in South Carolina, thanks to 1348 in Masterclass. There you go, Dr. Bob. And remember, guys, all you guys sitting on the sidelines, you have basically until the end of the month to get 30% off your Masterclass. If you don't do that, remember, Masterclass prices are going up at the end of next month. So, and there's no discounts next month. So if you want the 30% off, make sure you guys are taking advantage of that. If not, I mean, you might get left behind a little bit. But let's see. He also played the energy is out of my control card. I mean, that's true, though. Like, he can't necessarily control that. I mean, it's indirectly, he can affect it. It's like indirectly in his control. It's like saying, like, it's like Powell saying, like, oh, housing, I don't control home prices. It's like, well, you kind of do when you raise interest rates. Like, it can have it, or it is going to have an effect. But here's the thing. So, guys, pay attention here. We're going to do a couple of interesting things. First, we have Lisa Cook speaking at 8:50 a.m. We have Flash Services PMI, Manufacturing PMI, and then Fed President Collins speaking at 10 a.m. What does this show us right here? 9:45 and Fed speakers at 10. That really, really, really shows us that we need to wait a little bit for this market to really pick a direction. Here's what I'm actually looking for today. I can do this on the 5-minute, the 15-minute, whatever it really is. Yeah, we can do it on the 5-minute. Looking at the market here after this aggressive sell-off off of what we've just said is Powell uncertainty, this is kind of what I'm looking for. So I think that we're going to see some pretty aggressive price action today in both directions. Now, there's a couple different scenarios in which I think can play out. I think, again, morning chop, first 10 minutes is going to fuck around. Going into data, we'll see what happens. But I think we're going to get a pretty aggressive push. This is just a scenario that could play out in my mind. This is an if-then statement, guys. I think we could easily get this nice push up here if we don't just start nuking to the downside. But I won't touch this move. This move to the upside, I won't touch. The reason is because, well, you're not really shifting the trend. And I always like to play along with the trend. We talk about this all the time in the morning streams with you guys. Trend and respect. First, you have to be able to identify the trend, and then you have to see where it's respecting. Well, where could this be respecting? What I could see is a retest down in here, and then you get a very, very nice risk to reward move following this potential new trend up back to whatever highs are created here. That's kind of what I'm looking for, and that's one of the scenarios at which could play out. Now, if we see something else in which, like, we pop up a little bit, we sell off, make new lows past this 434.50, then get a retest to the downside, well, it'll be very, very similar to that trade that I showed you guys 2 days ago on the premium stream, where we had that trend down, a little bit of a retest, and then selling through those day lows. those are the two things that I'm really looking for today to see in order to play out. That's my plan going into today. Thanks, Logan, for the fucking fun fact there, I guess. Gas has gone up $1 in the last 2 weeks where I live. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't drive anywhere. I don't go to gas stations ever, so I don't see it. But yeah, I mean, definitely. Let's see here. Let's do a little bit of a roll call, team. Who do we have in here? Who do we have in here this morning? We got the team coming in. Trade 1348 gang for the win. Remember, all you guys on the sidelines that want to hop in, join us for free. I believe, I'm not going to say it yet, but remember, make sure you guys check out that link at the top of the live chat there. You create a free account, you can hop in, and you guys get some of the alerts, access to some of the chats, the pre-market streams, and what else is it? 14 educational videos. Here we go. What's up, team? Roll call. Let's see who's in here this morning. We got Samuel, Pirate, Johnny, Rogue, Daily, Taylor, James, Moto, of course. Josh G, good morning, buddy. Good morning, everybody. Every day, Cameron. Hello. Louis, Matthew, Jeremy, Miguel, Phoenix. How you guys doing, man? The other thing that I wanted to go over with you guys briefly in the pre-market here, I sent this to Master. This is one of the tickers that I'm going to be looking for over the next few weeks here. And here's the thing. What do we see on Mara here? We see a trend down. So for those of you guys in masterclass that showed up and put the time in to come to that midweek masterclass last week, it looks like the down move flatline. Now, in that sense, I'm going to be a little bit careful with this. So ideally, what I would want to see with Mara here, and what I'm watching for over the next few weeks is this. You see this move to the downside, you reclaim back into the range, and then flatline. That's sort of what I would want to see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Do you normally just swing to the upside? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, man. I mean, I'll hedge with swings to the downside, but this is a scenario that could play out with Mara, especially with the volatility that we're seeing. Because if it did this, like what it's doing now and then flatlined, I probably wouldn't be as interested in taking it. I want to see the buyers step back up on it first. That's what I would want to see. We'll see here though. And then on SPY, I'm looking for something like that. The break up and retest. You'd play upside after the flat line? Yes, but preferably, remember, like in Master, we talked about these, where they drop down like this, and then flatline like this. And that shows you that the sellers are still holding it down, not the buyers necessarily stepping up. So this would be more interesting to me. And then it would look something like Tesla. So that's effectively what I'm looking at. I'm seeing if it can do this. This move down, buyers reclaim it, flatline up. This was 315%. And you can see Tesla's kind of doing what we've mapped out still. Same deal. Completely related? It is not completely related, Logan. Let's see. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. It's just basically setting up something like this. And again, I mean, we drilled this Tesla move. This was just epic, guys. This was epic. What trading? Because you trade Forex, but you follow me? You can trade Forex with all of our stuff that we give you every day. I don't trade Forex. I mean, I trade options. I swing trade and day trade options, and I day trade futures. But you can easily use every single one of the indicators and educational resources that we provide you to trade Forex. It's the same thing. It's just price action. So yeah, maybe we could work on some Forex alerts for you guys. But yeah, it applies to everything. Like you put GoldenEye on the chart, oh, you're gonna be golden on anything that you want to trade. You can trade like corn futures, and you're gonna be fine. Updated your chart. So the VP levels, what are those? I explained it yesterday in the stream where we were talking about like effectively what it is it's putting volume on a vertical axis instead of horizontal. So what it does is that when you guys hear me call out, oh, volume stepped up, I'm looking at it like on the horizontal axis, but I'm looking at it on the candle. So if you put it vertically, you actually have a level instead. So you're saying, oh, the buyer stepped up at this level. So it's another way to create levels for you, key levels for you on the chart. So we have the actual pre-drawn automatic levels that you guys have. We have the BJ key levels, and then we also have those volume profile levels as well. Let's see. All right, guys. And then we'll do the midweek masterclass on trading psychology and all that stuff next week with you guys, because we couldn't do it this week because of Powell. It also gives me more time to add some more of those things that I was talking about with you guys. I think I gave you guys one 2 days ago of kind of the things that you got to think about going into the market every single day, and some other psychological tips and tricks. We talked about the voice recordings. We talked about all of that stuff as well. So we're going to add on to that as well, because there's many, many, many other things that you guys can do every single day. Let's see. Is this forming the higher low you mentioned on your SPY ES plan? This? No. Pre-market, I don't care. Pre-market, I really don't care what this is doing. Mainly because we're leading into this. We're leading into 9:45 a.m. flash services PMI in manufacturing PMI, and then you've got a Fed speaker at 10. So I don't really care about a whole lot until that finalizes. And if it gets that push up, well, I'm still waiting for that retest in order to confirm that that trend is actually going to start moving to the upside. Can you make money on a potential initial move up? Yes. Over time, is it gonna benefit you a lot more to just wait for the trend to show itself and play along with the trend? Yes. So you want to make sure that you're confirming that trend. Now, also on the flip side, the trend could also be down as well. What we're doing here in the market every single day, guys, is just waiting for the market to show us where that trend is. So what I'm doing here for you guys is saying, well, we could see something like this pop up to somewhere in here. Maybe it gets all the way up here. Let's just say, for example, that it does. Then we get some sort of retest. We find a level. Let's say it's this level right here. We get this retest, and this is where it stops at this previous little lower high that we saw before. Then you start to see a GoldenEye move either on the 3 or the 2 minute back up to here. You have a very, very solid risk to reward trade back up to this high here. Bing, bang, boom. Now, let's say it's not that, and it ends up being something like this. So we'll draw it over here. Doesn't get up as high, and then does something like this. Death. So in this scenario, there's still a lot of trades that can happen. And we've actually taken a few of these, and I've shown you guys on the premium member streams this week, where you get this retest coming back up here and then back to the downside. So all we are looking for, guys, and again, this is why I talk about trend and respect so much for everybody. And if it's the one thing that you focus on every single day, playing along with the trend and identifying it, you're going to be 10 times further and way ahead of everybody else, because what most people are going to do is try and fight the trend. You don't want to do that. Do not fight the trend. But we have to wait for the trend to show itself. So right now, what are we seeing in the pre-market? Well, the trend is obviously to the downside. Obviously, this is blatant trend down after Powell. What you're looking for potentially is off of the data that comes out, what happens? Is there a new trend that's going to set off of the shock? That's what we're looking for. So it can be either or. And these moves right here, this area right here, and this area right here would be where you're following along with that trend. Because it looks like it's retesting a level after the move up right now. So you were curious? Yeah, that's fine. Again, you have to realize that, like, to me, and I don't think that pre-market action is really going to give us a good understanding of what's going to happen in the first 2 hours of market anyway. It's just not, because we have data coming out. We have a lot of other crazy things happening. You see the volume decently high in the pre-market here. I want to wait for this thing to actually show us where it wants to go. The market will tell you. That's the thing that you guys all have to realize, and that's why we talk about patience and psychology all the time. The name of the game is waiting for the market to just tell you, not trying to guess what the market's going to tell us. There's a very key difference there. Like, I could guess what the market's going to tell us here on this 5-minute traffic light to the upside and hope it goes all the way back up here. Why would I do that? It doesn't make sense, because I could just have this move to the upside, this retest down. Okay, we've set the trend. The market's telling us that it's most likely going to come back to the upside. Same deal here. Could I take this move to the downside? Yes, I could. But you've also probably broken a couple of these highs up here. So you could also still be looking at something like this. You don't know yet at this point if this is going to be the breakdown and retest. Would it be fair to say the SPY is in a downtrend? Yes, the SPY right now is in an obvious downtrend. A very obvious downtrend. Don't open a position and hope the market tells you you're right. Exactly. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah. Also, shout out to you guys on Instagram. You guys are fucking running it up, guys. We are taking over there. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram yet, you guys should be. All those live trading videos, oh my lord. You guys are doing good over there. So team, again, short the VIX 1. Hop in there, guys. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got today. We got what, 14 minutes until the ding ding? I mean, I would expect most things to be trending down in the pre-market here. Tessie down 2%. AMD, wow, 97.95. Wow, sub 100 here on AMD, down about 2.38%. Nvidia getting dangerously close to 400 here. Hello. I mean, you guys have been asking me about Nvidia swings to the upside for a while, and I was like, nah. And again, I remember a question last week about playing Nvidia down below here to the downside. And I mean, again, the response was the traffic light with this retest was the entry, not down in here. The risk to reward's a little bit big. And then you'd have to hold through Powell, which to me doesn't make any sense. So who is in the pre-market institutions? Yeah, I would say the vast majority of it probably is. I mean, retail can trade in the pre-market. I almost don't, it doesn't really matter to me who's trading. Price is price. Price action is price action. I mean, I don't really care who's moving it, just as long as it is moving, if that makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, I took no trades yesterday, too. 0. I just sat it out. I did nothing. All right, guys, keep smacking that like button on the way in. We are going to have a great day today. Let's see. Tank in the pre-market on Tesla. I mean, yeah, it's down 2.28 here. Like, everything's trended down. Mara's down a bunch, 5% here. I want to see this thing just get blasted and then reclaim this little range here. That's what I want to see. And then, beep, maybe in October we get something. Maybe in October we get a Mara trade. I mean, the last time I did it was, what, 1,200% on Mara with the swing. And as you guys can see, I mean, I know a lot of you guys were very, like, acting like little crackheads about the swing list. There's reasons why. I told you guys why I was so careful and how I needed to wait for confirmation. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to delete that. Wait for confirmation in order to see. What did I delete here? Was it this? I think it was this. Yeah, I think it was. And wait for me to see overall if this was actually going to be able to hold above these EMAs. That's what we needed to see. We never did. It was like a week. It was like 1 week of like, oh, swing season. And then no, nothing going into Powell. But these are the two things that I'm looking at this morning. Basically, all this is it's just if then statements identifying the trend. Trend identification is the most important thing. Let's see here. Dude, I'm like so dehydrated. So dehydrated. All right, let's see. Morning, Raul. How you doing, buddy? Will Gabe be joining us today? I think so. I think so. He should be. Coke will do that to you? I don't do blow, bro. How much is the Discord now? 69, but I believe we have a little 30% discount for you guys right now. 30 discount is the discount for those of you guys that want to hop in. We also have that 30% off masterclass code going into the end of the month. If you guys want to upgrade to master before the price increase at the end of next month, and there's going to be no discounts next month, guys. Not that we foresee right now. Maybe there will be one flash sale, but I doubt it. Make sure that you guys are in there by the end of the month. Just MD will do that to you. I don't do drugs, guys. What do you think I do all day? I sit here with you guys. What do you think I'm smoking crack? No, I wish. I wish I was smoking crack. Let's see. Let's see here. Stocks are a drug. Money's a good drug. Junkies always deny it. Whippets, bro? What am I, a fucking loser? What am I, a loser? Fucking sucking whipped cream cans? What the fuck is this? 31.44 today, bottom of yesterday, last breakout. What the? That's not the low. What do you? I mean, that's your Bolts buy prediction. There you go. Oh, is this? No, I was gonna say. Are you just no? Don't use what I'm drawing out here as levels. This is an overall just picture of what we could see for the two trends that could set today. That's what I'm looking for. Laughing gas is good, clean fun. Yeah, I guess. Oh, my buddy had surgery yesterday. I gotta text him. Let's see. How much did I make or lose on AMC? Oh, I lost money, but I don't know how much. It was a lot. Good thing I told you guys it was a fucking piece of shit when Ape came out, though. Good thing we did that. It's almost like we knew. All right, let's see. Because we did. I mean, it was fucking crazy. It was all bullshit. When they try to do that shit, we told you. We were the only ones that told you. The Banhammer? Nah, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. I like it. It's fun. All right, guys. There's about 100 of you guys in here that haven't hit the like button yet. If you guys wouldn't mind, keep smacking that on the way in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make some money today, guys. Let's see. GME daily consolidation seems interesting. Yeah, I don't think that those are ever going to follow through in the way that you would want them to. But I mean, we can look at it quick. Nah, that's like the example where it's down flat. I'm not the biggest fan of that. No one did anything stupid yesterday, right? I hope not, man. I mean, we were talking about that the whole day. There was no reason to do anything dumb. I took 0 trades. 0. A grand total of nothing. I just streamed basically all day for you guys. Morning crackhead, AMD kissing the 200 on the daily could be SpaghettiOs if it breaks. Yeah, it definitely could. That would suck too if AMD just started knifing like that. I mean, we'll see what happens with the overall market today. Yeah, it is. Nah, it's down below the 200 here. That was at close yesterday. We're way down below it here. 90, 98, 15 here. We're down below it for sure. Am I going to wait till 10 a.m. to trade today? Yeah, obviously. Look, we have S&P Flash Services PMI. We have U.S. manufacturing PMI. We have Fed speaking, Boston Fed President Collins speaking at 10. Yeah, I absolutely going to wait. And I need to see what the actual trends are going to be today. Are we going to get this move up, retest, go? Are we going to get a slight move up? Or like it could also do something to the downside here too. These are just kind of the two that I'm looking for. On a little bit of a relief pop, then we can see if this actually wants to sell through the lows or get a retest and then continue back to the upside after Powell. Because a lot of the time what happens is when you get these aggressive sell-offs off of Powell, they get eaten up the next day. I'm just waiting to see if that's going to be one of those days. But again, we're just going to be identifying the trend. Trend and respect, the two main important things you need to look for every single day. You traded IWM later in the day and made 3.12% on the port. Good shit, Randor. Dude, trade 1348 game for the win. What's up with the new indicator? How's it work? I've explained on the, the volume profile stuff. I've explained it in a couple of times. I think we're going to make a video about it too. I've done like 5 of the same explanation of it, like between yesterday and today. We'll probably have to make a full length video on exactly what it is. In its shortest form, it's another way to identify key levels in the market because it's using volume on a vertical axis versus horizontal. So when you when you hear me say, oh, volume picked up there on that candle, instead of seeing, okay, that was the candle that could show us that we're going to be bouncing to the upside, it paints it as a level at which, okay, we saw buyers step up or sellers step up around here. A firm broke the 4-hour 200. Yeah, again, you're going to need a lot of action. I mean, I'm not swinging anything right now. Swings don't make sense to me. But let's actually move these out a little bit. I'm going to move this over here just so it's not like you don't think it's trend lines when we open up today. That's what the orange means? Yes, that's what the orange means. It means they're stepping up there. Either sellers or buyers. Either way, it's just another way of painting key levels for you guys. So whether you like those, the BJ key levels, the actual levels that are automatically drawn out on the charts for you, either way, you got to be aware of those levels in the market. Because a lot of the times they're going to map up in the line the same way at very similar areas. It's just slightly different ways of looking at it. Whether you're using volume, whether you're using the BJ key levels, which are almost supply and demand zones, but not really. And then the actual levels just based on pure price action. All right, guys, it is 9:28 in the morning. I think it's a masterclass day, so let's get ready for that. We are going to be wrapping things up in a minute here. Remember, for those of you guys that want to hop in with us, see what we do. Completely free, guys. Remember, make sure that you guys are checking out the link that I'm about to throw in the chat. It's also pinned to the top. And those of you guys that still need to hop into masterclass with us, you've got that 30% discount code on the screen right now. You have until the end of the month if you guys want to join us in there and take your trading to the next level. So team, I will see you guys a little bit later. Peace.